Right, if you didn't know, my name's Chris Marcaflora, I run the Weight Is Over Academy, and we offer a lot. And the reason why we offer a lot when people go through a weight loss journey, because the weight loss journey is not easy, therefore there's a few things. We need to make sure it's more enjoyable, because it's very hard to speed it up, but you can make it more enjoyable along the way, but also to make you feel content about your journey and enjoy the process from the beginning, not the end. And that's why people get results. Now, I'm not going to go into all of it because there's so much to show, but what I will show, I'll show you one of it. I'll show you one and in depth of what it is. So one of the things we do is called goal setting, and it's probably the most powerful thing people can do towards their weight loss journey. It's the one thing when people feel stuck, demotivated, can't be bothered, when they go through the goals and they recap it and go on over it again, it reignites exactly what they're trying to do and why they're trying to do it. When people, you know, through the week, they feel like they can't be bothered, they just want to snack in, they bring this back up, they have a little look, and it helps them be like, nope, not going to do that, I'm going to do the right things. So I'll go in depth with this, and I'm just going to show you the one thing of many things that we have to offer here at the Weight Is Over Academy. And if you didn't know, we do it here in person in North Devon, but we also do it very successfully online. And we've got an online course and program that people can go through, and they can go through all of this, and it will help. So give me a second. I've got a makeshift office. I don't really have an office, so I've just got to use my gym, and I'll go into this, and you can understand why this is so powerful and how it's so beneficial. So give me a second. Also, if you can hear the noise in the background, that's the rugby club. I can't do much about it, but we just have to enjoy it. It's not actually that bad, so just bear that in mind. Right, so this is called the Weight Is Over Academy goal setting. And goal setting is probably one of the most powerful things people can do to help them understand what they're trying to achieve and keep them on track. So within this, sometimes people don't really understand the goals that they'd like to achieve. Now, we'll predominantly help people trying to lose weight, but in this, from what I've learned, it actually helps you with another areas of life too, and it helps draw out what you're trying to achieve. So in this goal booklet, what we do, a few little message, and it's a very, very simple. First of all, we've got to read the goal section. So there's rules to goal setting. And then you've got to create a vision, so you've got to understand why you're trying to get to where you want to get to, and it helps explain that. Then we create your yearly goals, so what you're trying to achieve for the rest of the year, and then we set monthly goals to try and help you break down the goals that you're trying to achieve for the year, and then you do weekly goals. So each week we're trying to create goals that's going to help hit the monthly goals, and the monthly goals are going to help hit the yearly goals. And then every quarter we go through a reflection task, and this is probably the most important thing, because people don't really realize how much fitter they're becoming. So when they reflect back on it, when they first started, they might be happy to be able to exercise for 15 minutes. After the quarter, they could look back and oh, I'm actually exercising for 1 hour. So it helps you really understand how much further you're going, which creates the contentment. So the next thing you do, we go into it, and then these are the rules. So we get people to read their goals every week. The goals must be measurable. Saying I want to lose weight is too broad, or I just want to get fit is too broad. So you have to define it. So a measurable goal is I want to exercise 3 times a week. A measurable goal is I would like to lose 2 dress size. And then next thing is, when you've created your goals, yearly, monthly and weekly goals, they must fit onto one page. If they overflow onto another page, there are too many goals set, because if you just try and do too much, it dilutes everything. The next thing is you choose the categories that's the most is important to you right now. So health and fitness could be one of them, personal could be one of them, family could be one of them, or business and career. Or you might want to have little sub goals for each one of them that you want to achieve and create the balance. The next is at the end of every month and week, we go back over our goals and we highlight it. Is it completed? Is it being action? Is it not being started? And the reason why we do that is to make sure, are we on track? Are we actually doing what we're doing? And by the end of the week, if we haven't had the change that we feel, we could look through it and be like, oh, I know why we haven't changed. Or if you have changed, you could look through and be like, oh, I know why I've changed. And then this explains to you when to create your goals, yearly goals, monthly goals, weekly goals, and quarterly reflections. So the vision, the reason why we do a vision, if you can see it and believe it, then it makes it easier to achieve. If you can't see it and you don't believe it, then it's pretty hard to achieve. So here we get people to write out their vision for what they'd like to achieve by the end of the year. And the reason why this is so powerful is when you can't be bothered, you come back to this, you read it, and it helps ignite exactly why you're trying to achieve what you're trying to achieve. The reason why we get people to sign it and date it, it creates that inner contract with yourself to complete something that you set yourself out to do. Very powerful. The next stage we do, sometimes people don't actually really understand the exact goals they want to do. So we have a very, very powerful brainstorming task. It's super simple, but very powerful. And what you do is, the first thing you do is you write down 10 goals that you'd like to achieve within the next 12 months. Now they have to be measurable. They can't be unmeasurable. And what you do, when you write this out, 1 to 6 might be easy, but the last few are going to be very hard. But you just got to keep thinking and thinking, what would you like to achieve that you don't have right now in 12 months time? And it helps draw to the surface exactly what you want to achieve when you keep asking yourself over and over and over and over again. So that you do that. Next thing you do is we get you to think in a fantasy mode. So we want you to wave a magic wand and pretend that you was able to achieve any one of those 10 goals that you just wrote down within the next 24 hours. Which one of those goals are going to be have the most impact to your life right now? And what it is, you circle it, and that becomes your number one priority. Okay, that's the number one you want to be focusing on. After that, we go a little further, and then we categorize those goals from 1 to 10. 1 most important, 10 the least important. And then afterwards, we encourage you to pick the number one goal. So then you're going to write a deadline when you're going to achieve it, because it's known as Parkinson law. The date you set yourself to achieve is most likely the date you're going to achieve. And then you write a list of all the things that you need to do to achieve it, and all the things that you need to do or need to stop to be able to achieve it. I know it's self-explanatory, but when you write this stuff down, it brings to the surface things that you might not even remember or understand or know, or it just highlights things that you need to do, which helps you action it. And the next thing, you take action every day. So that's the first part. I've gone through it very quickly. It takes a bit of time to do, but it's super powerful. The next thing you do is we need to write your goals for the whole year. So this gives you an example of what you need to do. And then on this page, you pick the categories that you want. It might just be one, or you might want all 4. So it might just be health and fitness for you right now, or it could be health and fitness and career, or it could be health and fitness and family, or it could be health and fitness, personal and family. So it's up to you. And then when you put the number one, the thing that's most important to you right now, which could be health and fitness, and then everything else is afterwards. So you put health and fitness, and then you write the goals down that you'd like to achieve by the end of the year. It could be size 12, it could be able to run 1 mile, it could be able to do 1 push-up, or it could be a bit more than that. It's your goals are completely different to everyone else, and it should be only yours. So you write that down. Then the next thing you do, we go over to the month, self-explanatory, and we do the same. So what do you want to achieve by the end of the month that's going to help you get closer to the goals of the end of the year? And it's something small. So for example, if you do not exercise right now, you don't exercise at all, your only goal is to be, to exercise 3 times a week within this 3 times a week each month, or 12 times by the end of the month. And that will allow you, or it could be something on the lines of. The next one, it could be get a nutrition plan in place that's going to allow you to go from an unhealthy weight to a healthy weight, whatever it may be. It could be sign up to the Weight is Over Academy, because they're the most incredible weight loss company in the nation. Biased, I know. Anyway, and that's the way it works. Then, next thing you do, you go over to your weekly goals, and you do the exact same. What do you need to do within this week to help you achieve what you want to achieve within the month, for the end of the month? And then compound interest, and you keep doing it. And then once you finish, you go through it, and then you action it. You tick it off if you've done it, you cross it off if you didn't do it, and then you put A if you've only actioned it. So it's in process, but it's not been completed. And then you do it the next week, and you keep doing it. And then at the end of the month, you reflect. So you reflect on the end of the month, and you ask yourself simple little questions that help you. Is what you're doing getting you closer or further away to your goals? If yes or no, why? Simple question. Next one. Are the people you are surrounded by, interacting with, influencing you in a positive way, negative, or a neutral way? Explain your answers. Is your environment helping? What can you do to help improve? What do you need to do to sacrifice or change to help you get to your goals? Are you proud of what you're doing? Explain why. Is there anything else you'd like to reflect on so you can read back, which is pretty cool. Now, you keep doing this, and then if I skip to a page, here we go. and then you do quarterly reflection, and then you just reflect on what's happened over the last 3 months. To help you realise you actually are going in the right direction. Now, the real cool thing about this, let's say you come to, you're on like a month 7 or something like this, your goal here of the week or for the month could be, I want to be able to do 20 push-ups. And then if you look back at it, at your first goal, and your first goal might be, I want to be able to do 1 push-up. And it helps you reflect back at it. So by the end of the year, you can look and you can physically see how much you're improving and how different your goals are. It could be being able to run for 10 minutes, and this one could be able to complete a 10-mile run. So it's a very, 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 very powerful book. As you can see, it is super, super powerful, very powerful, and it just helps the mind tick in the right position. The mind sets first, everything else just follows. If your mind's in a good place, everything else works. If your mind's in a bad place, you're not going to do anything. You're not going to follow the nutrition, you're probably not going to exercise, but if your mind's in a great place, you can be so disciplined to say no to the bad stuff and make sure you do like the exercise when you can't be bothered. And this is probably the most powerful thing that's going to allow you to do exactly that, because you're always working on small little habits, writing your goals down every single week to be able to achieve by the end of the week. This is called the Weight is Over Goal book. As you can see, we have a lot to offer. This is just one element of a lot of things that we do to help people go from an unhealthy weight into a healthy weight. Now, if you want access to this, if you're in North Devon, you can come to our gym here. It's £40 a month at the moment. Or if you want to access it online and go through the program online, you can. We've got an awesome little portal that just walks you through it. It says start here, and it's just do this, do this, do this. You cannot go wrong. And at the moment, that's only $14.99. So if you want to change, take advantage. It's going to be one of the best things you do. It's going to be easy? Absolutely not. But with all these little things, it's going to help you win. Okay, my name is Chris Mark Flores. I am the founder and the owner of the Weight is Over Academy. And if you want to get involved, get involved. There'll be instructions around the screen of how you can do so. Take care. I look forward to working with you.